New York City, 11 million people, and one man who thought no one was watching. My name is Kyle. I was 11 years old when it happened. A new kid, a naive kid. And on one ordinary Tuesday afternoon, I became the target of a predator hiding in plain sight. We had just moved from Japan. My mother, my grandmother, they were nervous, but I was excited. For the first time in my life, we could actually afford to live. My father's office was on Fifth Avenue, right in the heart of the city. Tall glass and steel, power, prestige. I had no idea that building would change my life forever. It was a Tuesday. My mom was at the dentist. My dad was stuck in a meeting. He came down just long enough to hand me some money and say, "Kyle, stay inside. I'll be 15 minutes." I nodded. I headed to the vending machine at the end of the hallway, and that's when I felt it. A soft hand on my shoulder. He was in his late 50s, well-dressed, expensive cologne. He smiled, but his eyes didn't move. "Oh no, I'm so sorry," he said. "Let me buy you an ice cream." I said no. I started to walk away. He called out again. "There's a game zone right across the street. Come on, just a few minutes." I was 11. I was naive. And I was bored. I said yes. We stepped outside. A black car was already waiting. The driver pulled up without being called. I didn't think twice. We drove, and the turn started feeling wrong. "You said it was nearby," I told him. He smiled. "Well, kiddo, I lied." My heart stopped. The car stopped in a dark alley. At the end, an old, crumbling apartment building. A homeless woman eating from a dumpster nearby. He grabbed me, covered my mouth. I kicked, I struggled. I couldn't breathe through his cologne. Tears were streaming down my face, and I thought about my dad, upstairs, waiting, not knowing. Then the driver said something that stopped everything. "Sir, that's not him." He snapped. "What do you mean?" "You said red-haired boy. This isn't him." A pause. A terrible pause. "I can't let him go now," he muttered. "I'll be exposed." And in that moment, I ran. I broke free. I sprinted. He screamed behind me, "Catch him! Start the car!" I didn't stop. I didn't look back. I ran until I hit the main road, until I saw people, until my legs gave out beneath me on the sidewalk. A police officer crouched beside me. I could barely speak. I managed 3 words. "Dad, Fifth Avenue." When I got back to my father's building, the police were already there. My parents were in the lobby. My mother's face. I ran to them. We held each other. We were all crying. And then I saw him. A man rushing out of the building toward a black car. I froze. "That's him. That's Jack." The police turned. He ran. A taser. He fell. And my father looked at the man on the ground and said only, "Mr. Shatner, you pig." He was my father's boss. He was arrested. His driver, too. The story spread fast. Other victims came forward. He had been doing this for years, hiding behind wealth, behind power, behind a corner office on Fifth Avenue. We go back to Japan. My mother never wanted to step foot in New York again. But I came back, years later, for college and then for work. My office is on Fifth Avenue now. Every time I step outside, I remember. And every time I see a child walking alone, I watch. Because I know what it feels like when no one does. If you see something, say something. Predators hide in plain sight. What I'm about to tell you is real. No movie, no fiction. This happened to me. It started like any other night. A Knicks game, Madison Square Garden, New York City at its loudest, its brightest, its most alive. After the game, I stopped at a nearby club, had a few drinks, smart enough to know I wasn't driving, so I did what anyone would do. I took the train, Penn Station, Times Square, then the Port Authority bus terminal, and that's where everything changed. The terminal was completely empty, not a single soul in sight. Then, without warning, I felt it. A shove from behind, hard. I hit the ground before I even knew what was happening, and before I could get up, the kick started. 1, 2, 3 people, at least. I curled into a ball, protecting my head, my ribs, anything I could, while they rained blows down on me. And then, I felt it. My wallet. Gone. Just as fast as it started, they ran. I lay there, alone, trembling, struggling to breathe. When I turned my head, I saw a knife on the ground next to me. It must have fallen from one of their pockets. It hadn't been used on me. That night, I was lucky. I pressed my phone's power button 5 times. The police arrived in under 5 minutes. I lost $300, my cards, my ID, but I made it out. I told myself it was a fluke, a one-time thing. I was wrong. Months later, another game, same arena. This time, the Rangers. I went alone. I always park 6 or 7 blocks away from the garden, avoids the traffic. I know the walk. I've done it 100 times. That night felt different. The parking garage was quiet, too quiet. I approached my car, and then a towel thrown over my head, darkness, then the ground, kicks to the ribs, kicks to the chest, kicks to the head. I lost track of time. I don't know how long it lasted. When it finally stopped, I couldn't move. I heard voices, several men, speaking Spanish, close, searching my pockets, taking everything, my phone, my wallet, my car keys. They thought I was unconscious. I wasn't. I lay there, silent, still, waiting. When the footsteps faded, I tried to stand. It took nearly a full minute just to get to my feet. One step, I collapsed to my knees and vomited. I looked down and saw it. Blood, my own blood, pooling on the concrete. Somehow, I dragged myself 50 feet to a payphone. I dialed 911. 2 officers arrived, took one look at me, called an ambulance immediately. 2 fractured ribs, a hospital stay measured in days, not hours. My car hadn't been stolen. It had been towed. It cost me money to get it back. I canceled every card, got a new license, paid the impound fees, and I'm still angry. 2 nights in New York City, 2 brutal attacks, and both times I made it out alive. But here's what haunts me most. How many people haven't? Stories like these are becoming normal. People are afraid to walk the streets, afraid to take the bus, afraid to go to a game alone. That's not a city. That's a danger zone. No one should have to survive their commute home. No one. Welcome to New York City.